Welcome to the 3-week series training called YouTube for Churches, led by Glade Kynaston from Lakeview UMC. I'm Christina Dillabo, Director of Communications for the Desert Southwest Conference, and today's session is going to cover some more advanced aspects of managing your YouTube channel. Glade's going to explain things like understanding the analytics on the overview page, where your viewers are coming from, how far your reach is, identifying and adjusting trends, and demystifying engagement. If any of that sounds confusing, overwhelming, you don't know what I just said, you're in the right place. Glade Kynaston is going to go ahead and lead us into this training.
Okay, so today we'll talk about the analytics side of YouTube. This can tell you a lot of stuff. Along the top here, you'll notice it says overview, reach, engagement, audience, and then you can select a time frame. The reason I'm starting with August, I want to show you just how important your keywords are and how you use them, and all of that makes a huge difference, all those boxes that we talked about last week. So in August, we had 4,200 logins that watched our video. That was up 39% over the previous month. And our watch time was up 39% over the previous month. And we added 17 subscribers, which was about normal from the previous month. And then down here, this is just a graph that shows all of these different things in a little easier to read format. Then it shows your top videos, how many views they had, what the average view duration was. And over here, this is real time. This is what's happening as we speak. 354 subscribers. We've had 35 views in the last 48 hours. And these are the top videos that are being watched right now. And then the last video that we posted. In the reach section, this right here at the top where it says 97,000 impressions, that's how many times YouTube has suggested our video to various people on the internet. When you first log in, you get those first few videos that they're recommending that you watch, that sort of thing. 97,000 times, up 59% over the previous month. And then the click-through rate, that's the number or the percentage. We'll get more into this here in just a minute, but that's the percentage of people of those 97,000 that clicked on our video to watch it. Our views were up by 4,300 over the previous month. And unique viewers, this is the number of new viewers to your channel in the previous or this month. Down here, the traffic source, 48.7% came from the suggested videos from YouTube. 23.3 came from our channel, and then YouTube searches 3.3%. And then you can drill that down to see even more if you want to. Over here, back to those impressions. This 1.9% click-through rate is not a bad number. You usually want between 2 and 3% are going to click on your videos. That's a real good number for our industry, being nonprofit religious organizations. But out of that 97,000, 1.8 thousand came in, and they had an average watch time. This is something that you want to watch right here, 15.56 minutes. Our services run about an hour, so they're watching a quarter of what we're doing. Most are tuning in to watch the message itself as opposed to everything else. And then the total watch time hours wise was 490 hours, 80.88, however many minutes that is. And then the traffic sources, most of ours came from Facebook. Remember how we talked about putting streaming to YouTube and then sharing on Facebook? 43% of our viewers came from Facebook. And then Google, 10%, a Google search, 8.2%, and then from our website, 7.9%. So it will tell you where all of your viewers are coming from so that you'll know where to concentrate your efforts on. And then traffic sources. These are the playlists that they watched. We talked about sorting your videos by playlist. Our full service videos has the most. 2018 concert series. The reason that's so old, we were having issues with copyright infringement from the bands that we had in playing, and YouTube didn't like it. So we had to stop broadcasting those. But a lot of people stuck in COVID, they're watching those old videos like that. And then some of our other ones and how often they get watched. Traffic sources, this will tell you what they are actually watching in the different videos and their percentages. And then what keywords, remember I said keywords were very important. The keywords that they're searching for when they find you, like ours is Lakeview United Methodist Church, Lakeview Alive, bedtime Bible stories for grown-ups, the African Children's Choir, that's back to that concert series thing, and then Bible stories. So you can see what keywords are performing their best to get folks to come and watch your videos. And then back up here at the top, engagement. This shows the amount of watch time in hours, up 39% over the previous month, and the average duration that they watched, 13.36 minutes, up 1%. That average is just that, average. There were a lot of folks that watched a lot longer, and then there were folks that came in and left a lot sooner. So keep that in mind. Shows the top videos by watch hours, and then those end screens that we talked about filling out after you get your videos complete, the number of clicks that came through and what video they were taken to. Top playlists, again, full service video, and this is all by watch hours on this one. And then the top end screen things are clicking on videos as opposed to the playlist and best for the viewer. If you checked into your stuff last week, you'd notice that these are all part of those templates that are up there. And then the cards, that's that little information button that was at the top. As you can see, they didn't do anything for us in August. And then audience, this was the one that really surprised us. We had 2.4 thousand unique viewers, and that's not an easy thing to say, which is up 54% over the previous month. Now, unique viewers are brand new viewers to your channel. The average views per viewer, 1.8 videos. So that means they're not just watching the one, they're clicking on another one as well. But that's down 10% over the previous month. And then our subscribers stayed the same. Watch time from subscribed viewers and unsubscribed or non-subscribed. And then the top geographic areas, the United States, India, ours is UK, Canada, Indonesia. We'll get more into this, see more here in just a few minutes. And then age and gender, mostly males as opposed to females. And language, we don't have any subtitles and everything's in English. So, but this right here is the part that really surprised us. It's a little over 50% of our viewers were 18 to 45-year-olds. Our actual target market that we were trying to get to watch our videos were these two groups right here, the 45 to 65-year-olds, new to Sun City, since we're a retirement community and you have to be 55 plus to live there. These were the two markets that we were going for, and these are the ones that we attracted, which really, really surprised us a lot. So, like I said, let's get back in and go a little deeper into it. This is just the overview of everything. Okay, so if we get back here in the back end of it, video, this shows all of the watch times, uh, impressions, and the average view duration and the click-through rate on all of them. As you can see, some of them we had 14.2%, some of them we were 4, some of them we had quite a few, and others didn't do so good. That's your keywords again. What ones are working well, what ones aren't, so that you can keep track of it. Remember, I told you this is a 5-year-old toddler, and it takes a lot of work to keep up with everything and keep people coming back. And this guy right here will tell you what is working and what's not for you. Same kind of thing with the traffic source, where they're all coming from, your top ones, the suggested videos, our channel page, all that. It gives you all the information on how people are getting there to see your videos. Geography, this one is ours: United States, India, the UK, Canada, Indonesia, Pakistan, Nepal, Philippines. And you can see some of these, they don't watch very long. They just click through, but a lot of them come back as well. So keep that in mind when looking at all of this. And then back to the whole age thing, shows that these groups down here were our most viewers, and then our regular audience down here. Genders, again, male, female. The dates shows which videos performed best. As you can see, we post weekly. That's how they're shown here. They're 5 weeks in August. So this one right here performed the most, 932 live viewers. And then your subscription status, the subscribed versus non-subscribed. And then the sources, where those subscribers originally came to your page from. And again, your keywords tell you all about all of this kind of stuff. Your playlists, again, in more detail, what they all brought in, down to the type of device that they're using, mobile phones, computer, tablet, TV. We recently got our Roku channel set up along with our Apple Fire channel, and that shows up here in the next couple months. I'll show you those here in just a second. And then you can drill down into all of these different things too. You can go in and experiment with it, but like I said, those keywords are very important, and they'll let you know exactly where your viewers are coming from, what videos they liked, what ones they didn't like, so you can plan to get more people in there. Now, if we go back to the overview and I change this to September, you can see, let's go back to overview. Let's start there. Our total views were down 35%. Our watch time was down 27%. And our subscribers, we only added 9, which is down 47%. And we only had 2,754 viewers. The reason for that is we changed the way we were doing our keywords. When using the keywords, like if the title of our sermon was spiritual fitness, then I would use something like fitness and kind of fudge a little bit, like body fitness, which is a huge thing that people like to look at. And they were coming in droves, but they were leaving real quickly as well. So as what we were trying to do when we started the 1st of September was get more quality leads and people that were looking for spiritual worship, that sort of stuff, and to see how it affected our numbers and how it affected our watch times. So if we go into the back end again and look at some of these from September, you can see September 20th was our highest videos with 543 views, and our lowest was on the 13th when it only had 288 views. This down here breaks it down even further, but you will notice our impressions dropped considerably because we weren't hitting those high ranked keywords like body fitness. We were more in the spiritual thing. Again, traffic sources, same kind of thing. Where did it come from? Those didn't change much from month to month, other than the impressions were down considerably because, again, we weren't using the ranked tags for it. Geography, India and Kenya. India stayed, and we added a new one, Kenya. The others kind of dropped off this month. The age, oh, look at what happened here. We lost everybody except a few 25 to 34-year-olds, 18 to 24-year-olds, and our 65-year-olds skyrocketed when we changed it up like that. And then the gender switched as well. More female than male wanted to watch our videos. So as you can see, just by a slight change of your keywords makes a huge difference in your viewers. That's why it's really important to stay with it and really watch these numbers back here so you know what's working, what's not working, and make sure that they're different for every video to bring in all of those people. Now, since September and October, we changed it a little bit more, looking for that quality lead. And here you can see our best video this month only had 340 viewers. Our impressions were down even more, and the click-through rate is up to 5.2%, which is quite a bit for them suggesting our videos. We did have one month where it was almost 30%, 27, or 1 week, excuse me, 27.9. The average duration that people are watching, 34 minutes. They're staying more than just the service, that sort of thing. And that's what you really want to watch, is the quality that you're getting, so you're not booting people out in the comments because they came looking to improve their body fitness through some miracle workout or something, and instead they got a spiritual fitness worship, Sunday worship service. When that happens, they start downvoting your videos, which YouTube don't like it when they do that, or you have to start kicking them out. YouTube don't like it when you do that either. And it just kind of goes on, but you got to watch these numbers really close, and it'll tell you how your keywords are working for you, what ones are working and what ones aren't working. Come back out here and I'll switch this over to October. And you can see where our impressions are down, but our click-through rate is up, and our unique viewers doing quite a few, but they're coming back for seconds, which is kind of what we're looking for, is that quality lead where they're coming back. 876 of the 16,000 clicked through, and their average watch time 22 minutes, which is up considerably over the average 15-minute that it was in August. So we're getting a lot more quality, but the quantity is not as much. So starting next Sunday, we're changing yet again to see if we can get a little bit of quantity to go with the quality.
So Christine is asking, do you have standard keywords that you use every time?
Yes and no. We do pretty much our standard keywords: Lakeview United Methodist Church, bedtime stories for grown-ups, and Bible bedtime stories for grown-ups. Those are kind of our top ones that do the most work. So we use those most of the time. And I just keep an eye on this each week to see what each video done and which keyword they were looking for when they came to our channel. And that's how I decide whether I want to use a regular one or I want to try something new.
So you've said which keyword they were searching for. I haven't picked up on how you can see what did they search for to get there.
I stopped sharing my screen. If any of you use Google Analytics at all, they have a keyword help tool that will help you with it. I don't use it because I don't have that kind of time, but sorry. Okay, this is the overview in the channel analytics, and it's right down here at the bottom, this square right down here that show you, this is for the month, and you can do it by video as well. There we go. There's the video, and you can look through these and it'll give you the way they got to that video. And let's see. I guess it doesn't show them back here. I thought it did. But I always watch what I put in compared to what's happening down here in this bottom corner as far as what keyword to use.
So when you first start out with the keywords, do you just think about what the sermon is all about and what the title of the sermon is, and you just think of what are some different things that would relate to that sermon that people might search for?
Is what I do, and it takes a little while to get them used to the idea, but I have the pastors write a paragraph on why somebody should be interested in listening to them this week and what they want them to take away from this week. So a paragraph on each, just a couple sentences. Now that they do it, it works really well because they know more about what their message is about than I do. I don't get to hear it until Sunday either, but I have to set this all up on Friday to be ready to go. So I have them write those out like that. And then I go through and I take the keywords out of those paragraphs. And those paragraphs also become part of the description.
Do you ever just randomly ask other people, hey, if you were looking for a worship service, or if you were stressed out over COVID, what are some things that you might type in to search for? Do you ever do things like that?
Every week.
Okay.
I ask anybody and everybody I can. If I see somebody around the church and they've got Google open, what you searching for? How are you searching for it? What words are you using? Just so I know, the kind of stuff. Just because I search this way doesn't mean everybody does. Just helps me think about the best ways to go about coming up with these keywords and trying to figure out how people are going to search for what they're looking for online and getting them interested in what we're doing.
For the click-through rate, you're saying our churches really should be looking at a goal of 2 to 3% as that's the ideal for nonprofits.
That's YouTube's what YouTube says is the standard for nonprofits. And then let me share my screen with you here again. Okay, this is where YouTube suggests things. As you can see here, our last Sunday's video is suggested right here in the top spot of suggesteds, and also over here when YouTube gives you a notification, these are the top suggested videos for you. Most of these are the ones that you subscribe to. I like watching cute dogs, so while stuff's uploading, I'll watch a cute dog video or something, and that's right here. But as you can see, our video pops up right here. That would be considered an impression. And if you can get 3% of the people to click on that, you're doing pretty good.
How long did it take, Glade, when you started really diving in there with the analytics and the search terms and all that? How quickly did you see a change in your view?
Couple of weeks.
Wow, that quick.
Actually, when we were doing it pre-COVID, we were very complacent with everything. I knew about it and that I should be doing it, but I wasn't really, because we were doing it more for our homebound people and that sort of thing, as opposed as an outreach tool. And then when COVID hit and we shut down, it was like, oh, I probably should be paying more attention to the analytics, the keywords, all of the SEO, and make that kind of stuff start happening. And we went from around 20 to 30 people a week. The first couple of weeks we were at like 2,000 viewers, and then we were at 3,000, and then it stabled out at around 700. And it was like, holy cow, that I didn't expect it to hit that quickly. But there again, like I said too, I was using those top rated keywords like your fitness. If it related to something that was kind of trendy, I might go off script just a little bit and go for those trendy things. Now, I didn't use naked ladies on the beach or anything like that, which unfortunately would attract a lot of viewers as well. But there again, they get there and find a church service and they wouldn't be happy with that. But yeah, it was just a couple of weeks once I started really paying attention to what was going on that everything just skyrocketed.
You've provided a ton of great information, lots of exact examples and directions. What are the top 3 things that you would say, if you're not doing anything else, once you've started your YouTube channel, do these 3 things? That'll be a good and solid start. And then come back and watch these videos to tweak it.
Okay, number 1, stream to YouTube, not Facebook. Immediately share it to Facebook. And then ask your congregation to share your videos as well. They don't have to say anything. Like, I know big thing is invite a neighbor to church. Okay, instead of inviting the neighbor to church, just share the video with them. The more shares you get like that, the more YouTube thinks your content is relevant and they like that. So first of all, stream to YouTube, share to Facebook, then get your congregation to share your videos. And last, definitely not least, the most work, do the searches yourself. What would you search for when you wanted to watch something, maybe on COVID or on a specific sermon topic? What are you searching for to find those? And remember what you used and start there with your keywords. Like I said, just because I search that way doesn't mean everybody else is going to search that way. And same with you, but it's a good place to start to get going and get information in there that you can work with and see what's happening and why it's happening.
Let's say you didn't just start. Your church has been using YouTube for a while, and we want to improve our viewership, our click-throughs. Is it possible to go back and add keywords to old videos that you've had? Is that worth it?
YouTube looks for the new stuff. Since there's 100 hours of video going up every minute, that's the stuff that they concentrate on versus the old stuff. You can do that. It doesn't hurt, but it is very time consuming to go back and do that kind of thing.
Right. So for now, focus your attention on your new content,
New stuff.
put your energy there. Okay.
May I contact you if I'm involved with this and I'm getting lost in on the analytic page and, you know, that kind of thing, trying to follow you in terms of what you've said in the presentations. Is it okay if I contact you to get just a little bit of straight information over the phone?
Absolutely.
Okay, the other thing is this, and that is one of the things that I'm interested in experimenting with is doing the video prep beforehand and then streaming it on YouTube. But let's say I'm doing a service and at the beginning of the service saying on the tape, saying something along the lines of, hey, I know some of you have things that are on your heart and that you need prayer for. You need someone to be with you in prayer. If while you're watching this video, while you're watching this YouTube presentation, if you will contact me and give me the prayer request, then I'll be very happy to include that as we're moving along. I'll be praying at the same time that you're watching the presentation. Have you guys tried this, or what do you think of that idea? Does it feel cumbersome or what?
Okay. There's two sides to that street.
Yes,
I understand why you want to do that, and it has come up in the past for us as well. But remember, it's going out to the entire world.
yes,
And there are a lot of predators out there looking for somebody that's maybe they're in the hospital and disabled right now.
right,
Those predators love to attack people like that, catch them off guard, get into their bank accounts, all that kind of stuff. So we try not to get overly personal with that. Each week during our service, Pastor Linda, in her prayers and concerns section of our worship service, she just said, these people need extra prayers this week, so and so, because of an upcoming procedure or something like that, and just kind of goes through real quickly as opposed to getting real involved. And then we have a silent prayer for all of those people. And then she moves into her regular pastoral prayer. So that's kind of how we've addressed it, as far as trying to keep it to where we're not putting anything private out there that could get them caught up in some sort of scam, but yet acknowledge that they need the prayers, I guess is what I'm trying to say there.
so more keep it general and watch out to protect their confidentiality.
Yep, and their privacy, so that you
Right.
don't have those dirt bags that love to scam people. Just don't get frustrated with it. Just keep going. Like I said, it's like a 5-year-old. There's going to be some days you want to send it to bed or into the corner for timeout, but it happens. Just keep going, and one day you'll find that 5-year-old has turned into the best doctor the planet has ever seen. So just keep going, keep strong, and keep going at it, and you'll see success.
This recording will be available on that page, dscumc.org/worship-online. So spread the word, talk to other pastors, churches, or your team. If people are thinking about, you know what, I guess I could volunteer, I could try it out, have them watch this series, and we'll go from there. Right?
Click that share button.
Yes, thank you. All right, everybody, have a beautiful rest of your day and a wonderful week.
Have a blessed week, guys.